What's up, everybody? This is D. Joseph Allen once again. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight's video is going to be in honor of a Veritass 48. I had this video prepared as a response to him, but I just never got around to it. So I figured, what the hell? He's leaving. Let's make this in honor of him. This is not going to be directed to him. It's going to be directed to the general public out there, specifically theists. If it would be better if you would go and I'm gonna link the video that this was originally kind of sort of intended to be a response to, because I want you to watch it. I want you to, so you can grasp better where I'm going here. But just in case you don't, I'm gonna give you a little wrap up here. In that video, I'm just gonna address one point that Veritass brought up in his video. In that video, Veritass uses an analogy by J.P. Moreland, in which he's basically equating life to a board game. And he's saying that if you're playing a board game and you're playing with another person, and every time you finish making your moves, the other person comes by and takes the board and flips it over and says, okay, your turn again. You put it up again and you get hotels and you do whatever. I think he's talking about Monopoly in the analogy. And he comes by, and you know, when it's his turn, and he flips the board over again, he says, okay, your turn. So the argument that he's making is that it wouldn't take you long to realize that there's no point to the game, because if there is no point to the game, then the individual moves that you make in the game don't matter. And basically what he's doing here is saying, if life has no point, no objective meaning at the end of the day, then what do our individual moves matter here while we're living? So to illustrate my point and why I completely disagree with this analogy, I want to throw out one of my own out there, and you tell me what you guys think about it. So it goes a little bit like this. It's taking the same premise. But suppose that you're going to play Monopoly, but you're playing against Mr. Monopoly, the actual creator of the game. Now let's see if you get the little hints there. So you're gonna play Monopoly with Mr. Monopoly, and Mr. Monopoly tells you that you're gonna play a regular Monopoly game, and that if you follow all his rules and play the game properly and you win, you'll get to play Super Monopoly, the Monopoly that will give you endless pleasure when you play it. Okay, so you sit down and you start playing, and you're playing towards the end point. You know, you want to follow all the rules that Mr. Monopoly set down, and you want to win the game. So you go on playing for a while, and you do everything that Mr. Monopoly tells you to do, and you follow all the rules, and you win. So you met the purpose of the game. Now you get to go play Super Monopoly. So Mr. Monopoly takes you, and you start to play Super Monopoly. Now, once you start playing Super Monopoly, you start asking questions, and you start to realize that this game, well, it never ends. You can make billions and even trillions of moves. You can get all the hotels, you can get all the money, you can own the game basically all around, and get everything that the game possibly has to offer, and yet the game never ends. And so, therefore, after a while, well, you would conclude that no matter what you do, you cannot win or lose the game. You just keep playing forever. So let me ask you, what's the point in playing this game? If there is no end, no point to the game, why do the individual moves in the game matter? So I hope you can see where I'm going with this. Now, moving this over to us, to reality, to life on this earth. Let's say that I concede that there's an objective meaning to life. There is a God who has a purpose for you, and after you serve this life, you get another life, where you will live forever, and you'll be worshiping God for all eternity, or burning in hell for all eternity, whatever the case may be. Of course, talking about Christianity in general, and Islam, whatever. But you see my point. So what I want to ask theists out there is, taking that game analogy into account, what the hell is the purpose of the afterlife? If there has to be a purpose in this life so that you'll be able to get another infinite life, then what the hell is the point and the meaning of that next life? Why doesn't there have to be one? It seems like special pleading if you're saying, well, this life is pointless if there's no meaning, if at the end of the day we're not gonna, meet God or whatever and get to go and play harps on little puffy clouds. What the hell is the point of the afterlife? You play this game that has a purpose so that the next game you play is in itself endless and pointless. Or at least, it seems to me, has a pretty useless point. I mean, heaven would be pointless in this scenario. But hell has even lesser of a point. What the hell is the point of torturing someone forever? What purpose is there in punishment if punishment never ends? It's not corrective. So what's the purpose of that? It's even worse. So to wrap it up, can you theists out there tell me what you mean when you say that this life is meaningful and has a purpose only if there is a God? And if the purpose is to satisfy God and go to heaven, well, take into consideration that if you do that, you will live forever with no point to your life except worshiping God, which in turn will have no point in itself, since it never ends. It never has an end point. There's no point in worshiping God forever because there's no point to that life that will take you to anything else. Maybe that's a little bit confusing, but I think you get what I'm saying. I mean, it seems to me the only point would be to worship God for all eternity, and I think that only serves God, maybe not even that. So basically, if this life has to have a meaning and a purpose for you to think that it's worth anything, why not the next one? If you ask me, in reality, the real purpose is not to win or lose the game. It's how you play it. Thanks for watching.